And we're kicking off with Liv Morgan, who this week was arrested in Florida on charges of possession of marijuana, but less than 20 grams, and will plead guilty or not guilty in Sumter County next Friday. Sean Ross Sapp reports there is absolutely no heat on Morgan within WWE, adding that she was honest with WWE about the situation and everybody still likes her. It's not just WWE who have her back, as fans quickly rallied behind her on social media with a #Freeliv campaign gaining momentum, demanding the charges be dropped. The campaign aimed to shed light on what fans feel is an unjust situation, with other hashtags cropping up like #FreeLivMorgan and #LivIsNotGuilty. PW Insider reports that Liv's arrest isn't expected to change any plans for her WWE return, as the company already has a plan figured out for her comeback in 2024. It's also reported that the vape pen, which allegedly contained a synthetic substance that was found in her car, actually belonged to somebody else and had been left in her vehicle. In addition to the weed charge, Morgan was charged with possession of this synthetic substance, and we are told that WWE is waiting for the legal process to play out. Morgan's arrest has become something of a meme among fans, and while she's already out from behind bars, she will still need to get this messy legal situation taken care of. As for WWE's wellness policy, it is true that marijuana is included, but WWE has not tested for it in years, and in the past, a positive THC test could result in a $2,500 fine. Morgan has been active on social media since her release and hasn't mentioned her arrest, as she doesn't seem to be shaken in the slightest right now. Initially, it was reported that Morgan faced a level 4 felony charge for possession in Florida, but what does that mean exactly? In Florida, felonies are categorized into different levels, each assigned a specific point value, and a felony 4 charge is valued at 22 points. If a defendant scores less than 22 points, the judge may opt for a non-prison sentence unless there is a perceived danger to the community. Whatever happens next, WWE are seemingly supporting Morgan in this situation, and we'll make sure to continue to follow her case for more updates. For months, somebody in a devil mask has led their henchmen to cause havoc on AEW programming, and there's been speculation as to who's behind the mask. Jack Perry, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and even MJF have all been suspected of being the devil, but whoever this person is, they aren't working in management. During a Fightful Select Q&A, Sean Ross Sapp was asked if Tony Khan could be revealed as the devil, and he said that Khan does not want to be a regular on-screen character. Sapp has not heard of anything that indicates that Khan is under the mask, and while Vince McMahon may have been the higher power, don't expect something similar in AEW. At the December 26th live event in MSG, CM Punk will compete for the first time in close to a decade for WWE when he faces off against Dominik Mysterio. Fans are eager to see Punk once again compete in a WWE ring, and the Chicago-made wrestler is excited for the match too, as he explained during a CFFC event. "Watch me beat up Dirty Dominik. I've been wanting to punch this kid in the face since he was 8 years old. Now he's legal and I'm gonna destroy him." Fans may remember that during Punk's 2010 feud with Rey Mysterio, he took aim at Rey's family, though this is long before Dominik would betray his father in Cardiff. That feud didn't go as Punk had hoped, as the angle ended with his head being shaved, and we're sure Punk is looking for a different outcome when he faces Dom this month. During this week's SmackDown, it was revealed that Charlotte Flair will be out for 9 months with a knee injury, and there's been an update on her situation. PW Insider reports that Flair is slated to undergo knee surgery in the weeks ahead, and her surgery is being scheduled around the holidays, which is why it hasn't happened yet. The rumor around this week's Raw was that Flair suffered a torn ACL, but one source who spoke to PW Insider described as likely worse than just a torn ACL. They added that there were additional knee injuries to deal with, but declined to specify what they may have been, and this is certainly a sad situation for Flair. After a break from WWE programming, Flair had been finding her groove back on TV, and on Twitter, the Queen made it clear that she was devastated by this setback. While Flair's situation is bad, her absence from TV does mean someone else can step up and fill her spot. And who do you hope that'll be? Let us know down in the comments. Now, CJ Perry was supposed to appear at this week's CMLL show alongside Andrade El Idolo, but not only did she miss that event, she also missed AEW Collision. On Twitter, Perry shared that she is dealing with an infection that started in her finger and has since traveled up her arm, and shared some photographic evidence. Infections are no joke, and we're hoping that CJ Perry is okay, and we're sending our best to the former Lana. In March of this year, Tony Khan announced his purchase of Ring of Honor, and this week, the AEW president spoke about his time running ROH so far. Speaking on the post-ROH Final Battle media scrum, Khan recalled his first day with ROH, saying it was the first time since WWE bought WCW that a boss came in and took over. He added, "It was probably since the last Nitro. Like, the weirdest vibes in terms of a new boss coming in to take over a company and nobody knowing what to expect. I'd like to think for the majority of the people it's been really good. I've retained a lot of the original ROH people. A lot of the people when I came in, they didn't know if they were still going to have a job. I've tried to keep as many people in their jobs as possible and make them better jobs and more sustainable and stable jobs, but also hired more people. So when I came in, a lot of people were able to stay and keep their jobs, which was not something that happened during the WCW handover to WWE." Khan then looked at ROH's future and hinted at adding more events to the calendar, including classic pay-per-views from ROH's history. Instead of traditional pay-per-view though, Khan indicated they'd air on Watch ROH under the $10 a month price tag. While Khan is pleased he's retained many ROH stars, several members of the roster are frustrated with how Khan has been running things, so bringing back past events may help. Khan added that he'll continue to fight against what he sees as WWE's monopoly on wrestling, stating, "It's the most rewarding thing. That's why you can't get away from it for too long. That's why we come back to it. We're addicted. It's worth the fight and I love the fight. I'm never gonna stop fighting. No matter what happens, no matter how things change, it's the fight Jim Crockett fought, Vern Gagne, Ted Turner, and so many other people that tried. God bless them all. I'm doing it for all of you." Khan has given WWE the biggest competition Vince McMahon has seen in years, and we'll have to see what else Khan does in his battle with the Stamford-based promotion. Whatever plans Tony Khan has next, they'll have to go ahead without Chuck Taylor, as in Fightful's Q&A, Sean Ross Sapp reported that he has been sidelined. Taylor isn't the only AEW star on the shelf, as in July, Bandito underwent surgery for a broken wrist, and more recently had a second surgery as his wrist wasn't in good shape. On Twitter this week, Bandito revealed that his second surgery was a success and was grateful to AEW and the fans, and we're hoping for a speedy recovery for both wrestlers. Since his debut in WWE last year, Logan Paul has made waves in the squared circle, but now Jake, the brother of the reigning US champion, wants in. Like Logan, Jake Paul has made waves as a professional boxer, and this week he was asked about possibly facing his brother in WWE. He said, "Man, I'm trying to be on his team. I don't want to go up against him. He's a dog in WWE. I'm trying to be his tag team partner." This isn't the first tease of Jake Paul in WWE, as he previously said he wanted to face Logan for the US title, and the champ has previously teased bringing his brother in. Jake has yet to compete for WWE, but did appear at Crown Jewel 2022 in support of his brother, and this week once again proved how tough he is. Jake Paul squared off against Andre August in a boxing match in Orlando this week, and despite being less experienced, it was Jake who got the win with a massive KO punch. In the crowd, Logan reacted to his brother's insane first-round KO victory as he channeled CM Punk's "Go to Sleep" and celebrated Jake Paul's win. Could Logan Paul one day step in the ring with CM Punk? It's possible, and perhaps when that match happens, Jake Paul will be a WWE superstar as well. For the most part, wrestling fans are considerate of the fact that the people they see on TV are real people and thus deserve to be treated with respect. Unfortunately, not everyone sees things this way, and on Twitter this week, Jordynne Grace shared a concerning DM she received from one of these people. In the DM, the messenger asks Grace to imagine being kidnapped and forced to eat spoiled food, and wanted Grace to imagine a failed escape attempt. The messenger wanted to know what Grace would do in that situation, but fortunately, the Impact Wrestling star did not give a response to these questions. This is indeed a very concerning message, and we're hoping that this is the last of its kind for Grace, or anybody in wrestling, to deal with.